YEET!
Eat, eat. Oh,
CubHub!
I've been waiting all day to say that.
Yeet!
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 Eat it, Napzilla.
Yeah, Nabzilla is here. Nabzilla is joining our spaces recently. That's
Zilla,
terrible.
Zilla.
Can we kick him? Can we kick people from
Yeah, I don't know
spaces?
how to do that. How do you kick someone?
Remove. Remove nap.
I don't know how to do that. I am too retarded for that.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, James.
Yo.
Hello, James.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
Sir James.
James Onion.
Very good guy.
Hello.
Okay, guy. Okay, at best.
Um,
Okay, yeah.
We
me,
got Bera
yeah.
TV.
What's Bera TV? I heard about them.
What is Bera TV? They're the TV
What
on
are they
Bera.
doing? Let's read the description. Home of the first interdimensional AI generated television show. Bera emoji, television emoji. Wow.
Whoa.
Insanely bullish.
Insanely bullish on Bera TV.
You wanna chill it quickly, Jay?
Yeah, I'll show it. Show it, villain. Pretty much their alpha that I can't discuss right now because it's too much. It's too much right now. But what they're doing is you're gonna be able to watch AI generated shows, and what those AI generated shows are gonna basically be are bear related episodes that you're basically gonna be able to see, and good group of lads over there. Very excited. There's some stuff that we're gonna be doing with them, so I'll wait for them to kind of explore and share more when they get going. But definitely got to go over there and get in their DMs, Bearmonium.
Right? We will. We love rugs.
Ooh,
Want to be part of another rug. We're
Rug
already
'em up.
talking with YEET and CubHub, one of the biggest rugs.
Rug
So
'em up, rug 'em up.
Rug 'em up.
rug 'em up. All right. Let's give 2 more minutes for more people to join.
Can
And
we give 2 more minutes and kick Napzilla?
um, I still don't know how to do that, so sadly not. I would love to, but it seems he's unkickable.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
We could
I
just block
think.
them.
Yep, yep. Anyone using Bartio V2?
I've been
Enjoying
using
it?
it a
Not
little bit.
enjoying it?
I definitely, if you guys all know Jay from Cubhub, I used to yeet a lot, and I was one of the winners on yeet on RTO, and because of that, I had a lot of Bera, a lot of T Bear, and now on Bartio I have zero Bera.
So now
So
you're
I
poor again.
I am
You're
poor.
back to us, to
I'm
our
very poor.
back to Earth. Damn it! So they reset all your T-Bera and didn't give you anything in return.
Yeah, they reset everything. I'm pretty
No.
sure I still have my RTO Bera, but my Bartio Bera, I think I have like 50 or 60 Bera right now, which is still
Broke,
kind of a lot in
broke.
the for now.
Well, I didn't use it. I only used it for like 5 minutes. I'm gonna use it more. But we had a lot of stuff going on with Paramonium.
Yeah,
Anyway,
same over here.
do, do we want to start? Do we want to kick this off? Is this the time?
Why don't we never start? We haven't
Okay.
done that one before.
Yes,
We're pretty
it's
new.
true. Where we
Complete
just keep
silence.
trash talking. No, we just keep trash talking about random topics.
All right, sick.
So,
I'm down. I mean,
Eat,
that's
can
what
you
we
talk a
do
little
anyway,
bit?
right?
Right, it's true. It's true. Could you maybe talk a little bit about crack? I heard you're an expert on crack.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I just can't get enough.
How to get started guide. Maybe not. Maybe we get cancelled. I don't know. Maybe Elon Musk comes.
It's
And
okay. Just ring up your local friendly neighborhood crack dealer. Get yourself a pipe or something that looks like a pipe. Steal your mom's lighter. Stick the crack in the pipe. You want to warm it up real nice under the head of the bowl, and then take a big nice inhale. Don't exhale it. Keep it in for like 10 minutes. Hold your breath as long as you can, and then do that again 20 times
but how am I supposed to hold my breath for 10 minutes, 20 times in a row?
with difficulty.
That's very difficult. I think free divers can't hold their breath that long.
Fuck free divers.
Yeah, fuck them.
I
Yeah.
like
Anyway,
Yeah,
I
if
like
you're
shrooms. I'm a shroom lover. I take that, but I've never done crack. So maybe next time I meet up with you, eat, we'll smoke some crack together.
maybe
sure,
Pemby can prepare a crackhead workshop for Brussels or something.
Yo, I'm
easy,
so down.
easy. I'll talk to the Ethereum Foundation about it.
That would be amazing.
We got Brock in here. Brock's super down as well. I know he's a crack lover.
Beautiful. Anyway, I think it's time.
Let's
Yeet.
So let's
start.
kick it off. Yeah. So hello everyone. Of course, I'm Ross, founder of Bramonium, and we are joined today by YEET and CubHub. And gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What's up, guys? I'm Jay. I'm one of the founders on CubHub, and we got Mr. Onion over here as well with us. Pleasure to be here. Get to speak again to all of you guys and get to kind of share some information about what Cub's bringing to the eco.
Hey guys, here unfortunately alongside CubHub and Barabonium is Yeet. I am Lord Pemberton's Wigglebop. Yeah, Yeet Yeet.
You forgot to mention that you're a crackhead. I thought this is like the group thing where we say, you know, like Crackhead Anonymous.
That
Big
is
crack.
true. I'm a pretty big crackhead, like OG day one crackhead, but I don't like to boast about it. And yeah, we're gonna bring crack on chain. It's an RWA protocol.
Wonderful. So maybe we skip what is YEET and what is Baramonium segment, as we only have people who know what it is in the audience, and we just go straight to CubHub. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's
I
do it.
am
Okay,
down.
CubHub
What's
guys.
up?
It's been a while since you've been on our spaces, couple months. So what's new? What are you cooking? What changed?
Yeah, 100%. You've obviously last time we spoke on here, we were really, we were getting ready for a 2D Cub Mint, and believe that happened in February. So a lot of stuff has happened since then. You guys have obviously seen we've still been doing the augmented reality with Cubhub, and we've been basically kind of expanding it in a sense and kind of going 3D. So if you, as most people here know, our entire direction of what CubHub wanted to do and represent was to go 3D, make it possible for your NFTs to be able to come out in augmented reality. And we've made that possible. We've been able to really work good with the development team on making sure that we have high rendered images, high animation products that are going to be able to be given out to the public and for you guys to all get to obviously take your characters out in AR. And we've been really focused on making sure that we kind of deliver solid content, and we're getting ourselves ready to a potential another little mint that might be going on to get some of these cubs on the feed and have you guys being able to do some cool things with them. And yeah, for right now, it's been a very interesting ride, especially being able to kind of see how the bear chain ecosystem has expanded, and for us to be able to build on it right now, it's been really really cool, really fun, and partners. itself, everyone's been really like loving and like super bullish on the Cubs.
Yeet, we're bullish on Cubs. Cub them up. Okay, so Mint. You mentioned Mint. Let's talk about that. It's all.
Yes,
It's probably super secret. So spill all your secrets.
spilling all the beans. Yeah, so in the next few weeks and starting maybe this Friday, we're going to be dropping some content on the timeline for you guys to see. And this will be kind of an introduction to getting us towards our mint for Cubs. But pretty much what mint would entail on whatever day that is right off the bat, these 3D Cub characters that we have, you would be able to take your character out directly in AR as one format, but then you'd also be getting full GLB and VRM files of your characters as well. And what that means is you'll be able to then take it out into any metaverse. You'll also be able to create content with your character. And we're working ourselves up to basically partnering with some really good metaverses and communities in the space to kind of bring them into the bear chain community by having Cubs kind of get involved with them. So you'll see over the next coming weeks with some partners that are gonna get themselves kind of included inside the Bear Chain ecosystem, and we're gonna be throwing some events with them to kind of get some people actively involved with what's with the eco.
Right. Oh, go ahead, Yeet. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, after you, Mr. Rolf.
So I wanted to ask if we're going to be minting these. If I'm understanding correctly, we're going to be minting these 3D bears that we will be able to take with us and use them in various metaverses. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So the cool thing about this will be really be being able to kind of have users be kind of more inspired to like want to create. We've always been really open with having our community create cool initiatives that are going to be able to kind of help our brand grow, but then also also give that learning and education to kind of having them come in and see how you can kind of interact and connect with your character itself. I feel like CubHub has always been super interactive itself with everything that we've done with AR, and being able to have the possibility of being able to do things in AR in the real world with your character, but at the same time being able to sit down on your computer and take your character out and play it with your friends is also another cool feature that is really an interesting way of how to interact with other people.
All right. And you mentioned metaverses, various metaverses. Can you spill the beans on who you're working with, and also like what are the cool metaverse projects right now? To be honest, I didn't really follow that space.
Yeah, James, I'm gonna spill all the beans. I'm gonna spill everything. We're
Whoa!
a little bit, not everything, but enough alpha to blue ball eat. um
Ah!
So there's a couple partners that I've been actively chatting with over the past couple weeks that I always feel like the metaverse is something that is, it's growing, and there's so many possible ways for it to be a little bit better in the sense of interactive experiences and how to capture an audience that actually wants to like stay on inside of the platform. And if you guys know Nifty Island, those guys with Charles, those guys have been doing a killer job with being able to innovate and have people kind of get on board onto their platform. And that will be one metaverse and one group platform that we would be working with, that our characters are going to be directly put onto their platform, and you'll be able to play games directly there. But I also just posted on my own Twitter a couple of days ago, and we were doing some stuff with Hyperfy. There's a new product called Hubs. There's OnCypher, and these are all projects that when I entered the entire metaverse scene, it was a whole different cult and group of community members trying to build in and like build the metaverse out. And I saw something that was kind of missing, and I was like, hey, let's work together to getting, Cubs on there. We have a great community inside the bear chain ecosystem right now to where people are, waiting for a chain to launch, but at the same time are dying to do things that are a little bit different. And there's some really good platforms that we'll be working with to kind of bring in some more users, create experiences, create content, and just deliver and be excited for this entire new progress of Bearchain launching.
Hey, this is all super exciting. So you're talking with different metaverses to try get your own characters in there, or the goal will be to allow people to create 3D models of NFTs they already own, not just CubHub collections, and put those in the metaverses? Or is it mainly focused on the CubHub new NFTs?
It's mainly focused on the CubHub NFTs. So being able to obviously take your character directly out with the VRM, and GLB files that we give you, and being able to expand and create cool content with your character directly into these platforms. And another example of a platform that you'd be able to take your character out is GTA, for example. You could have some cubs blowing up some cars, or in the strip club smoking crack.
That would be really, really awesome.
Yeah,
And so you mentioned like CRM and BGT files, and for those of us who don't know what the hell that is, which is basically fucking everyone in here apart from you and James, can you tell us what that is?
yeah. James, you wanna give a little rundown about the whole 3D?
Yeah, so essentially, like with your NFT, you're gonna get the character, but the character, there's different file formats. So there's like a regular 3D file. So with that, it'll be like rigged, and you can like do animations and kind of move the character and create like your own scenes if you have any Blender or any 3D knowledge. And then there's a file that you're also be getting called VRM. This is just a standard rigged cub that you're gonna have, and with this you're going to be able to go into different metaverses like Jay was saying and pull your character out, and this is the file that's going to be compatible with at least like 95% of metaverses. It's just like kind of metaverse ETM standard, so all of this will be in your actual NFT metadata.
That sounds great. And do we have any metaverses building on blockchain so far? I don't think I've heard of
Bear
them,
10,
but
maybe. I think they
may-
were building the animeverse.
right, right. But they've been silent for a while. But like I think they were more anime focused anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and like, stuff like 3D metaverse, like the stuff you heard about Hyperfi. Have you heard about Anna building on for specifically for blockchain?
No, but I've actually been able to get like when talking to some of these founders of these platforms, they've really been intrigued on Bearchain. They've been like, "Oh, what is this?" And then they get themselves into like the ecosystem a little bit just to take a look, and they're very. I can tell you that there's a couple founders that are very interested, and they have their eyes on Bearchain and asking them about building. Um, they said there could be a possibility there, but I lead them over to MVP when they have any questions.
Smart. So you're Bera peeling all the metaverse
Yes,
projects.
Yes,
That's very good. Very good for us. Yeah, I'm just looking at your tweets. You can share it in the comments, by the way. The 3D models, the Hyperfi thing. These are your models walking in the Hyperfi
yeah,
world, right?
they're those are
That,
VRM models that were in the HyperFi world.
right. So the ones that we'll get with the
Yeah,
NFTs. So essentially, we'll be able to take such model and upload it to metaverse like Hyperfi and play with it.
exactly,
exactly.
And in addition to that, because it's an NFT, you can you have provable ownership of these VRM files, right? Because it's
exactly.
in the metadata.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're working with some guys right now on exactly like what you said. It's just basically to make sure that you have the NFT and verify it. Then it just pulls it based off like the specific set of metadata that we built for this collection.
Hey, that's awesome. So yeah, which metaverse would you be most excited to see the Cubs in?
I would definitely say Nifty Island. I think they have a very strong pull in terms of being able to be innovative, and Charles on their team is very open to new ideas, and they've worked very hard on establishing a really good system for user base to kind of jump on board. But then there's also I actually had we had a conversation with them a few days ago, and there's this new product that's getting launched called Hubs, and what it is you have your 3D avatars inside of their platform, and it's just a social platform for users to basically communicate and chat and watch Bera TV, for example. And definitely going to establish a really good connection with them, and then pulling in and having the bear chain ecosystem kind of get more involved in finding new ways of being able to be more interactive with each other, and also having fun. And then from there, making it possible for people to easily take content that can then get posted directly on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat.
Hey, this is so sorry, Rolf, you want to go?
No, go
No, I was
ahead.
just gonna say this all sounds super exciting. So it sounds like things have changed a lot since the last spaces we all had together. But what do you say has changed with like the overall high level kind of direction of CubHub, if anything?
Definitely would say that we've been able to take another initiative in making Cubs have more experiences. I would say we're still focusing on the entire augmented reality component to Cub Hub, and that's our main direction with kind of where we're going with it, making it possible to be able to do things with your characters outside of the space. But then while we were building, we saw another layer of, groups of people that we could combine ourselves with to kind of getting Cubs a little bit out there a little bit more, and then having more experiences that users can do with their Cubs instead of just being an augmented reality um, project with the files. So the characters that we were going to give you, we we could have just done it in a way where the only thing you would be able to do with with your character is make it possible to come into AR. But now we're giving the community more options to being able to do more and have more components directed to the character.
It's really really interesting aspect, the AR. So how can it connect with the metaverse, or is it completely separate, or are there ways that you guys can connect the two, the AR and metaverse
I think
aspects?
The
I think that it's like it's separate, but it also goes hand in hand just because the way that the models are built for AR, it kind of goes hand in hand with like the compatibility of actually using it in a metaverse. So it just made sense from our point of view to just add that feature in as it kind of blends in nicely just with the models how they're structured at the moment, like rigged and optimized and stuff like that.
And so maybe on the AR part, what are we going to be able to do with our Cubs
Yeah, from
in?
the AR perspective, you're definitely be able to take them out and use different animations. We'll have off the rip, we'll have like a set amount of animations you can use and take into AR. So it could be like dancing, doing backflips, for example, stuff like that. And then as phase two starts to roll around, there'll be some unique experiences you can use inside our app that will basically showcase different forms of AR. So that'll be like world tracking, anchoring, and a bunch of other stuff. So, and you'll be able to do that with whatever cub you own.
Yo,
Right.
This is also. Hey, at the beginning, you guys also mentioned a mint, right? Do you want to tell us a bit more about that? Or are you just going to tease us today?
I think today you guys just get a tease about a mint. But the mint details and everything like that will be coming soon. We are looking at market conditions and seeing and just establishing good partners right now to basically be being able to have a successful mint when we do decide to mint, and making sure that everything is set up in a way so users have the best experience as we want to keep it going. I think over the past year, CubHub has kind of built this whole thing around making sure users have good experiences by being part of the project. We did our merch drop, and from there we really cracked down on making sure we deliver proper content and making sure there's no big issues when we do anything.
Only small issues.
Only small issues.
Yeah, small issues are cool. That's fine. But yeah, no, good for you guys. Very excited. Not, I mean, not that much, but you know.
Just a little bit
A little
excited.
excited. I'm ready to eat. I'm
Uh,
ready to eat my cub.
but
Where my
but on the timeline perspective, can you tell us anything about the mint, or are you just looking at the market conditions and just waiting for
We're
good
um,
wind?
we're looking at July. That's a good date for us and a good date for everyone to, be ready for something coming. And definitely take a look on the feed this Friday. We're going to be posting something that we've been holding for the past little while, and it's a it's an interactive little something something that users will be able to kind of use, and it'll kind of give everyone a little rundown with that. And on Friday, we'll be releasing documents on what we will be releasing. So
Ooh.
you'll get a more in-depth version of CubHub a little bit more, and maybe see some partners on there and our direction of where we're trying to go.
All right, looking forward to that. Um, I ran out of questions. I think I asked all the questions I had.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can jump in. I mean, this is all really cool. And I guess also with the kind of AR tech you guys have, you can do so many different things, right? So
Hmm.
what were some of the different options you were also weighing up when deciding what direction to take the project? I mean, the what you've described so far is really awesome. And I was just wondering, yeah, because there's such a big, realm of possibilities here. So what else was, one of the maybes?
Yeah, I'll give you a little scenario that James and I have kind of chatted about numerous times over kind of the direction of the AR flow that we wanted to go. And we really wanted to build out this mega game where it would be a Pokemon Go Smash Bros type game, and you would have it where you Yeet are sitting in your room, and you're on this app, and you're actually playing against me, right? So it'd be a multiplayer game, earning points, earning something, and we would be able to fight. So both of our characters itself would be able to fight in AR, and we wouldn't have to be in the same room with each other. And this was something that we were looking at, and it could be a possibility of something that we would want to do down the line. But we wanted to, take steps back and make sure that we deliver content and deliver the project in the right specific niche of kind of where we didn't want to overpromise too much to the community and not be able to do it. We want to make sure that everything that we can do under our toes right now is possible, and with that, being able to give users that experience.
Yeah, that makes sense. And on the AR front, maybe. Uh, do you feel that's a perhaps a good marketing tool for you, since the AR filters I would say they're sort of more easily approachable by people not even that familiar with crypto. So, would you say that's a good angle for you to use AR as your
No,
marketing?
100%.
And, or,
I always say we like Smokey says, we have a little bit of an edge because AR is very it's user friendly, but you need the user to use the product to being able to, have it get posted on social media. But we've had an AR demo viewer of our Cubs that we shared a little while ago. And if I knew how to use this app, I would share it on this. I would share it on the feed right now. But pretty much, users can take their character out in the demo, and we had hundreds of people actually being able to use that and post it on the timeline. And we were doing some stuff with Wavefront as well, with Brock, and we were really able to kind of get a good understanding of that. But AR has really helped us kind of, you know, have the possibility of people being able to use it. And it's always that like that awe when people use it, because you can explain augmented reality to 100 different people, and maybe some will get it, some don't. But it's the moment they actually use it where they have that smile on their face, or they're like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. So when we were doing our merch launch, with the augmented reality merch, we were able to really see under people understood kind of the aspect of what was actually going on. But it wasn't until people actually got these items in their hand and actually used the AR themselves, that was when they were like, holy shit, this is really cool. People smile. And we have seen that on our Snapchat filters, on our Instagram filters, face filters. We've really been able to actually examine and, be able to take a step back, see the analytics, see our target audience. And from there, it's really helped us follow suit with kind of what direction we really wanted to go in with Cubs.
yeah, that sounds like a great onboarding tool, to be honest. And maybe one more question on the metaverse. So, how do you see metaverses evolving in general in crypto? Because, like I mentioned, I didn't follow that closely, and I think last bull run everyone was felt that, oh yeah, metaverses are almost here, and then we sort of didn't see any of them materialize. So, are you bullish? Are you bearish? What do you think about metaverses
I
right
would
now?
definitely, I have two sides to it, and I'm still learning. James and I are still learning about that field every day. I think it's a whole different community for in that space. And for people, last run you had thousands of people on platforms like Decentraland using it, and getting involved, having a good time. And then now the servers, there's not that many people actually in it, as there's people aren't really interested, because there wasn't really advancements to the tech. People were just like in a like, let's just say, Roblox server, and being able to communicate with each other. But I think it's finding ways of being able to kind of do different experiences inside of it that are really going to take the ground and kind of shake the room a little bit of, the field that it's in. And there's still a lot of growth, just like how there's a lot of growth with AR. The tech is not fully developed yet for the product to actually go mainstream 24/7. And so with AR, we we can only do so much right now, but it's just going to advance over time. And that's the same with the metaverse. There's a lot of, high tech startups that are deeply involved with how the metaverse will look, how the metaverse will feel. And I think in the future, the whole thing with the metaverse will be basically combining AR, VR, XR technology inside the metaverse, to where then maybe you can actually feel what you're doing in a different realm. And that will be truly when the metaverse actually becomes the metaverse, right? You're not just like sleep paralysis, or whatever it's called. You're in a different state, in a different world. That's when the entire aspect of it will become a thing.
Right, and do you think that Apple Vision Pro will help get us there, or is it different kind of device that we will need?
So we have the Apple Vision Pros and we've tried it. James has used it more than me, and I can definitely say that there's a lot of improvements that could be made with it. It's definitely like a learning um, piece for it's like a dev tool for people to kind of build on top of and understand it. And they actually just announced, I think yesterday or even today, that they're completely stopping the structure of the Vision Pro, and that they're going to be working on a smaller version of it. So they apparently have been, laying off a few people on their team to being able to like build that out. And you see, they took a step back, and I do feel like they're going to be able to advance in it. But with what like Meta's doing, for example, they're going to be coming in, and there's going to be a lot of competitors in the space, and it's the biggest if and when and why will be how can you make it so a user feels like they're in a space without leaving their room, but they actually will stay there for more than 24 hours, right? That's how I see this entire thing kind of going with the glasses is if you can be in a whole different world for 24 hours without actually having to, be in the real world, that's when they'll do it right. As scary as it is.
I think from my standpoint is I think how they did what the Vision Pros was definitely really cool, but I think it was more intended for a developer point of view, just because of the size and kind of the bulky structure of it. But I think when it will really start getting integrated into the world properly is when it becomes something sleek like Ray Bans, and you can like pop up shit, and when you're driving by or like walking by, it'll be like little things that not won't like obstruct your view, but you'll be able to notice that it's like so heavily integrated into like a regular world, and that's why I think how it will be, it'll definitely be what it's called is mixed reality first. So like let's say I'm looking at Pemby for example, and there's a big ass like yeet head on his head while I'm walking by. Like people be able to customize their own stuff like that. I think that's something that'll be done really properly. And yeah, like for example, heads up display on cars. Like you don't even know that it's like kind of AR, but it will be something like that. Will start making everyone like get it integrated into everyone's life very heavily.
Yeah, I mean, I guess another example of this in everyday life, right, is you're walking in the street, you look at a restaurant, and then like the Google star rating pops up next to it, right? Like small things like that.
Yeah, and you're exactly what you said. It's gonna happen with Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Imagine you're walking with these glasses and you start seeing ads everywhere, right? So it's gonna create a whole new business as well. And these businesses are already probably having these conversations of what's gonna happen when this tech does come out. Because as we can see now, the amount of ads that get blasted all over the place, it's just gonna be imagine you're gonna have to pay $50 a month and not see Pepsi ads in the middle of the sky when you're walking down the street.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. That's probably going to be the business model,
yeah,
right? Just
100%.
pay not to see ads everywhere,
Yeah.
and billboards will disappear from cities. That would be a nice upside to it. I think the what we're discussing right now, it's still pretty far off, right? I mean, we don't have the scale, like you mentioned, Vision Pro being quite large. So to go from that to Ray-Ban style glasses, I feel it's still a little bit away,
Yeah, I'd
right?
definitely
Compared to
say, could in the next 5 years, seeing how tech is advancing right now, there's a lot of possibilities that you'll see this stuff coming out in the next 3 to 4 years. And the tech is just getting better and better, and it's getting even more scarier, especially with how AI is kind of came into play now too. So it's a very interesting game, but it's also a very scary game that we have to really, learn from, because there's a lot of powerful people that uh, I always look at it in a sense where you just have to be careful kind of with what you're doing. Your digital footprint is insane.
100%. Well, I am sort of looking forward to AR glasses, Ray-Ban style, Iron Man glasses style. But yeah, the ads and everything else is a bit scary about aspect of that. So I hope it's going to be sort of maybe not regulated, but at least we won't have our entire view obstructed by ads everywhere.
Yeah.
That would really suck.
Yeah, that
Imagine
Personal,
being able to play
would be
Bearmonium just in the with the glasses. You just sitting there playing or yeeting a cub. You're playing yeet, eating away all your savings.
yeah, I can't wait to get in a car accident because I'm busy using some DeFi Ponzi.
yeah, really good.
Nah, that's what the self-driving cars are for.
Oh, true. Okay, I can't wait to
Oh,
walk into a poll.
you'll end up in hospital because you were eating away your Bera savings. That's wonderful.
Nurse, help me! I'm retarded. Okay, but
Yeah,
but hey, so Cubhubbers, it sounds like you're building, in a direction because that's the way you see the world going in the near future.
Yes, definitely. I think the way that we have it set up and the way that we'll share in the next little while too is making it so when this stuff does go a little bit more mainstream, we want to kind of be the ones there that are going to be that people can kind of come to kind of have that understanding of what's going on, and there's a lot of potential with that, and we won't stop building. We like what we're doing, and we love the community here that's been listening, watching, and staying involved kind of with the whole aspect of not just Cubs but with Yeet and Vermonium as well.
Bera chain.
They're a chain.
Yeet,
Yeah.
yeet.
What if Cubs built the metaverse? What if we built the next metaverse? And this is not alpha at all. We're not doing that. James Onion is saying no. He's gonna smack me later.
Okay, guys, you heard it here first. Cubhub just
Yeah,
promised to build the next metaverse.
yeah, very good.
Their next mint is guaranteeing you access to
Yeah,
that
yeah, very
we're
metaverse.
built.
First
Guaranteed.
metaverse built on
We're
Bera.
building
Guaranteed.
we're building Beraverse.
Oh, Beraverse. That's amazing.
I
That's
think
Okay.
there's
actually a good
actually
name.
I think there's actually a project called Beraverse. They were actually the project that was called Beraverse. They were doing stuff with AR and they wanted to do stuff with us, but then I don't think they knew what they were doing. I don't think it's a project anymore.
Do they still exist? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. It was the AI retro bears, and I was just like, guys, come on, draw up your own art.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird, but at least they are not around anymore. Anyway, Mr. Eat, do we move on to the AMA aspect? If anyone has questions,
Yeah.
or do you have questions?
No, I've never had questions. The only questions that sit with me are the bigger questions, like the meaning of life and why proof of liquidity has to be so tough, stuff like that.
Right. So
My
okay. So no more questions. Oh, Nap is asking to speak, and he'll probably just eat. But let's invite him up
I
here.
heard Nap knows the meaning of life.
nap
He,
nap
he
just
does.
naps.
Yeah. Hello, Sir Nap. Zoom
Yo,
up.
what's up, guys?
What's up, nap?
It's
I got a
good.
question.
How are you doing?
I got a question for the Cub Hub team. Will one of the Cubs be my AR girlfriend? Is that a possibility?
It is a possibility. I don't know how far. I don't. I don't know if that's something that could be possible, but you could maybe one day be able to have AI conversations with your cub in a way where directly off a certain platform, you'd be able to talk with your cub and it would learn off you and it would learn off the words that you input with it. And yeah, maybe that's something that could be really connected with the VRM file that we give you to make it possible.
You know,
I
I've
can't.
already seen a lot of the, you know, the posts that you all make, and yeah, I'm falling in love with the Cubs. So that's good. That's good to know that in the future I might have a chance. That's all that matters. Thank you.
Perfect.
I heard if you say yeet in the dark like 5 times and clap, like some yeet girlfriend appears. It's crazy.
Starts clapping your
No,
cheeks.
that's Pemby that's appearing, and I do not want. I don't want that girlfriend.
You're right. You're right.
I can't wait to date
That's
a
Pemby.
VRM file.
Wonderful, wonderful future. Build your own VRM girlfriend. Let's go. Anyway, thank you, Nap, for actually asking a question and not just yelling nonsense at us. That's very nice of you.
I have a question
Yeet.
for Yeet. I would like to see you rig the Yeet rewards when I buy. I'll give you my contract address, and we can pretend like it never happened and we didn't have this conversation.
Sorry,
Like,
I'm afraid that's not possible because it's already rigged and all the rewards go to Lord Pemberton.
oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Okay, but I have another question for you. This serious one this time. Do you have an update? Are you doing anything, or did you rag already?
Rug! Besides
Who's that?
rugging, yes, we've deployed on V2 and been crunching a lot of numbers. Actually, we've been doing a lot of data analysis and seeing some really interesting things, such as there's over 100 unique addresses that have participated on testnet V2 so far, and over 85% of them, have had more than one interaction with the contracts. So that means yeetards just keep coming back. It's literally crack on chain, which is great. That was a really interesting insight. And yeah, we've been working on lots of other product stuff behind the scenes, stuff to do with POL squared, but we're probably a few weeks to a month, away from making any big official announcements. But I'm very excited.
You say this every week that we're a couple of weeks away from big announcements.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
So
keep.
what big
I
announcements?
swear that in February I heard in a couple weeks we'll have an announcement.
Yeah, and it was the announcement of the announcement. So in a few
It's
weeks,
just
I'll just
more
announce that we have
use.
another announcement coming up. See, easy.
Perfect. I had a question for both of you guys. How do you guys see Bear Chain? Like, what do you guys expect to see, or what's your thought process of day one Bear Chain live? What do you think will happen?
Yeah, Paramonium, you want to go first?
No, go ahead. No
All
worries.
right. So hopefully, well, first we see a lot of people yeeting and Paramoniuming, going on gem hunts, gem quests, and doing shit in AR as well, maybe dating VRM files and all that stuff. Besides all that stuff, what I really expect to see, on the DeFi side is because, of BGT mechanics and proof of liquidity mechanics, and also all the meta games built on top of proof of liquidity, like Infrared and Beradrome, and to an extent Yeet and the liquidity trifecta and all this stuff. I still think a lot of it is still pretty, not very clear to a lot of people. I still think many folks find it confusing, and that's fine. But what I think will happen for the first 2 weeks after launch is that the DeFi landscape will be wildly inefficient, which means there's going to be lots of opportunities for farming and doing very well and getting a lot of BGT if you play your cards right, and if you're smart in your farming strategies, essentially, right after Berachain launches, because people will still be figuring all that stuff out. So TLDR, or TLDL rather, I think it's going to go bananas for a few weeks, and it's going to be a lot of fun and very chaotic.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot. The first weeks are going to be pure chaos because nobody has ever figured out efficient POL strategies, right? There wasn't an opportunity to do that. And I think we'll see a lot of forks coming, obviously, because I still feel that Brachain is sort of a little bit under the radar. I don't know. I mean, we obviously have an absurd amount of bots and airdrop farmers on testnet, but I feel that with the delays, maybe people sort of forgot about Brachain again. You know how our crypto has 5 second memory and 5 second attention span. So I feel that Brachain mainnet will actually surprise a lot of people, even though they probably heard about it and were excited about it in January, February. I think when the mainnet finally comes, a lot of people would be like, "Oh, whoa, shit! So Brachain is mainnet. Whoa, whoa, it's here." And yeah, I think that will cause a lot of FOMO and a lot of on-chain activity in the first weeks, a lot of chaos. But we'll
No,
see.
those are really good points. I think the same. I think come I think so many people have been waiting for the entire DeFi aspect of Bera for so long to where, once Bear Chain actually goes live, I do see a very big demand for, all these protocols that have been building and, either stealth or slowly in public. And it's gonna be a mix of chaos with, what to get into first. There's definitely a lot of I've had a few community members come up to me and ask me on, my take on what to get into come the time that Bear Chain launches, and I'm just like, honestly, I'm gonna get into a little bit of everything and see what I can do from there. But it's very you got to delegate and have fun at the same time. I think there's gonna be a lot of possibilities, like Yeet was saying, and yeah.
I wonder what kind of onboarding Barraging team is preparing for us. So I'm sure they're doing something, right? And Blast, for example, Blast, whatever you think of Blast, in my opinion, they did it really well, where they gave exposure to a lot of projects via their multipliers campaign, gold campaign. So essentially, you had to use a lot of these apps that are building on Blast just to make sure that your multiplayers stay high and that you farm as much points as possible. And I think that worked really well for them, even though I'm not a fan of the points system, not at all. But I still think it worked really well in terms of onboarding people to different apps.
Yeah,
So I wonder what Brachain has cooking in that
yeah,
aspect.
it's gonna be very interesting to kind of see what the foundation brings to, there's so many, you don't see this, and you don't see this really anywhere of having actually this many projects being able to build, either before or build on, and it's gonna be very overwhelming. And I guarantee the team is maybe in a state where they're like, there's a lot of projects that they, have to get up to, and but they're pretty crazy of a team to being able to kind of set this up in a way where, it's gonna be pretty successful. I would think, in terms of, the amount of time and effort that everyone's kind of put into this, and it's just all about being able to, get more users on board and everything like this. And I don't think we would be, it'd be pretty crazy if, our three projects here, us talking, it would, like, if we weren't here, what would be happening with Bear Chain, right? Like, would they off there's people in our spaces right now, there's people in this environment getting ready, chatting, having a good time, creating relationships. And it's really cool to see, because it's gonna make, when Bear Chain Day 1 launches, it's gonna everyone will have a fun time investing, even though we might, sell on each other a little bit.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead,
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Eater.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I have a second of lag. But no, I just wanted to agree with Jay and CubHub. Like, what other chain have you seen that's had such a lively community? Even before the chain is live, even years, even months before the chain is live. maybe we see a bit of it Monad now, but I'd argue Bera Chain is even more culty and even more fun, and has been for a while, and I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's really cool.
It's the selling point, right? You're basically you have absent community and everything before even the Bera chain exists, sort of. Well, it isn't testnet, but you know what I mean.
It gives
So
people something to do, which is nice at the same time. Being able to use your platform Baremonium and using Yeet, and as much as it's just T Bera at the end of the day, people are still having a fun time with that, which is engaging.
we're actually gonna release our testnet season somewhat
Ooh,
soon,
that's exciting.
probably, and yeah, and we will be able to open it up to more people that way. We'll just have like a massive collection because I mean it's testnet, so it doesn't matter, right? So we can dilute as much as we want. So maybe we'll have like 50k Baramanium Beras to be minted, on testnet, and then we can see how the game behaves when there is a lot more people playing it, and how the game balance works out. So we're definitely doing that, and yeah, it will be fun to see. But also, we're gonna have some small rewards, like real rewards, definitely there. So you don't only play for Test Bera, but also for some cool NFTs. For example, from the projects currently in the spaces. I don't know. We'll see. Oh wow, we've been running the spaces for 1
Yeah,
hour.
I was about to say we've been on here for a while.
Longest hour of my life.
It was terrible. Thank you very much. Anyway, I think we can start wrapping it up. So, any last words before we kill the spaces?
I think we're good. Thanks, everyone. I gotta say hi to Lumi. Lumi is in here. She's been listening the entire time. We got real ones in here. We got some good groups of people in here listening. I always see them in the spaces. Good supporters.
Yeah, quick shout out to Seki, who just burned a Yetard NFT because he's fucking retarded. I have no idea why you've done that. And also quick shout out to Dyson and Diana, who are thermonuclear Yetards. Yeah, by the way, that's not a good thing. Please reevaluate your life decisions. Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna have little crackheads running around Yeet Street in the metaverse.
Yes, and shout out to Timmy as well, lest we forget the Discord legend and Big Yetard. I think he's a crackhead in training, or might be an actual crackhead. Honestly, I can't tell.
Well, time to wrap it up because it's getting cracked. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
gotta go
That's
smoke some crack.
all right, guys.
Yeah.
Crack smoke
Yeah,
break.
same. What a wonderful end to this spaces.
You,
Thanks, everyone.
you,
Have a
You
great
guys
one.
have a good one.
See you.
Thanks, everyone.
Daily
Bye
stay busy.
bye.